That is good banter.
Oh, and away we go, Timmy, for another week.
We're back.
We are back.
I guess to the listeners, to the loyal Bantitos out there, it's business as usual. But for us, I mean, I've been jet setting, bloody getting around there, and we haven't seen each other for bloody 12 dogs years.
Yeah. We've spoken over the phone a few times. We always keep in touch. How you going? What's happening? But I haven't seen you since
before the birth of Christ.
Yeah, that's right. It feels like it's been a while, mate. So it's good to see you. You're looking like you look after yourself when you go away, by the look of it. Oh, the beard sort of that gets a bit longer.
Yeah, the beard gets a bit longer. I don't like shaving because, as you know, I when I start a hotel, that's where I pull the clippers out and trim the old the pubes, the beard, the hair, the arse, the crack, the sack, the back, the rack. But I was staying at my cousin's place, so didn't feel too comfortable about making the floor of their lovely bathroom look like a barber shop. Yeah. So I kept all the hair on, and here I am looking like a fucking Sasquatch.
Caveman.
Looking like a caveman. Jeez, the weather was good over there. Fuck, weather's everything, isn't it?
Oh, weather is everything.
Weather is everything.
I think in Melbourne we're copping it pretty sweet at the moment. It's nice. The cold mornings, but the beautiful autumn days. Oh, I've still been getting in the water actually. In the bay.
In the ocean.
In the ocean, mate. Yeah. In the bay there. It's something, it's a bit of a discipline thing now. I just want to, when the weather's nice, it's beautiful to get a bit of sun on the skin and you just get in. It really refreshes you.
No, I've got no doubt it refreshes you. You get out of there, your dick would look like a bloody Tic Tac. It'd be sticking out your bum.
It's not big.
The best of times. No, that's... I don't know about that. I cannot handle cold water. Like I remember lovely delicate Des Dowling saying that he would start every morning for a while with an icy cold shower.
And he's up at Wood End, so she'd be pretty icy up there.
She'd be fresh as a witch's dick up there. But I tried it. Fuck, no. I've got to have it hot. Even lukewarm I'm not happy with.
Oh, I love a hot shower. Don't worry about that. But there's just a part of me. It's just something where I really feel like it's invigorating to jump in the ocean, and there's something spiritual and healing about the ocean. It's beautiful when you see the water and you look down. There's a few starfish out at the moment.
Okay.
I've seen them on the ground. You don't see them too often.
Starfish. You pick them up? Are they
bite you? They're in the water. They sort of...
Doesn't mean you can't pick them up.
Yeah, I can dive down. I think they're all right, but I don't know if you really want to be stepping on them.
Could you eat a starfish?
I mean, you could have a crack. I think they'd be a bit tough.
Yeah, tough little fuckers, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Maybe a bit of salt and pepper and maybe marinate them in some sort of a oil.
Did you ever do the ice baths recovery? Clearly not.
No, fuck that. No, it was probably before ice baths were around. But once they started, I was old enough to be saying,
I'll do my own recovery.
Yeah. We used to go down the beach on a Sunday morning.
Just still going from the night before.
Yeah, I think the damage and recovery had already been done.
I did some putrid beach sessions.
If you've been out.
Oh, brutal.
Oh, bloody horrendous. Yeah. No, there's some boys turning up to those recoveries and some pretty poor nick. Got all the bloody ink up the arm from the several nightclub stamps. Got half a bloody dinger hanging off them. Got a bloody black eye, missing pants. Just, red bloody vodka Ras down the front of your shirt.
Yep.
Just really looking the part.
Yep. So how was the trip anyway, mate?
It was good. Yeah, great trip. Well, obviously, the Friday night, that was a bit... bumped into a lot of Bantitos, and they all really stressed how concerned they were about, apologetic about that lady that will remain nameless.
Has any cash gone into the account?
No cash as yet. A couple of people at a club that will remain nameless over in WA said, do you want us to go and fucking go down the club and...
Firebomb the joint?
Yeah, or just have a chat with her. And I was like, no, it's all good. I'm sure I'm sure the money's coming. So, yeah, so I've sent her the invoice. She said
How many times?
for she's blocked me on the socials. So
All right.
it's if I was a betting man, I'd say I'm not getting that 500 clams. So it cost me about $485 to change the flight so I could coach the basketball Saturday morning and then fly over. But how's this? And I might have. I think I did mention this on the.
You've let this sort of slip through because I know we are we naming and shaming, or we need to do something about this. We need to make a stand.
The general feel out there is name and shame, but I don't want to name the club.
No,
because I don't think this woman's got anything to do with the fucking club. I don't think the club's even aware this woman was contemplating
doesn't exist.
Holding a function. She was that fucking disorganised. Like there wasn't anything on the socials. Look, that's. Let's not go into that. It's bloody.
Well, I'm a bit like
it's dead air.
I've realised that I can't get angry anymore. Like sometimes I come on here, I say I've stressed a bit. I can't get angry at anything. I've almost been. I'll give you an example. You know when you pedestrian crossing.
Yep.
And when you get the green man or the green person or the green him, he, she, her.
It's a man, I think.
I think it's a man. That changed for a while. They had the women in the city.
Had the women in the city.
I think they changed it for a bit because that's the issues in this
world.
I mean, we've got the domestic violence, but a little green woman is the real issue.
Yeah, that's the big issue here.
Yeah, so
How'd
anyway.
they make it an issue? Because that's an issue in itself.
That's right.
Look, give it long hair, a skirt. Fuck, it's 2024.
Yeah, we're using too many globes on the green woman. Anyway, I'm not made of money. So I go for a walk. I try to get out most days, clear the head, go down to the cafe, get a coffee.
Yep.
I'm the man about Mornington. Down in the country.
Mr. Mornington.
Soaking up the country air, the clean country air. But every now and then you hit some traffic lights and you got to cross. So I push the little button and I walk across. Now, this is the issue. I've almost been sideswiped about 3 times. Lucky I'm sort of, I've got good peripherals. I'm sort of cat-like in my reflexes. Because what happens is when the lights first go off, it's a green light, red arrow from where I'm coming.
Yep.
So can you sort of picture it?
Yeah, mate, bloody hell, I'm all over it.
Oh, great, fantastic. Anyway, so I go over one side, I get to the big median strip because it's the big highway, it's the Nepean Highway.
Yep.
And
well, you're the sort of person that, ironically, pisses me off.
What's that?
Well, I don't mind if it's an old lady or a fucking old bloke, but someone like your good self who's fit and healthy and young.
I should be dodging the cars.
Just dodge the fucking cars, mate. Don't stop a whole fucking highway just because you want to cross the road. Just wait till there's a gap. Get across there.
Well,
there's no need to cause a fucking traffic jam.
Well, they've got it's the Nepean Highway and Benton's Road, so it's not like there's no traffic. It's not like I'm stopping everything. There are gaps, but sometimes, I don't have great knees.
Oh, before you were going on about how nimble and fucking peripheral vision you got.
Nimble up top, above the shoulders.
You're fit when it's you're fit when it suits you. I reckon.
Yeah,
that's what I'm.
It's like
picking up out of this.
Yeah, it's like people. What's the other thing? People they've got no money when it suits them, but they got shitloads of money when it's. I don't know if that's a great example of anything.
No, you've either got money or you don't.
Yeah, but some people play it up.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's
when
true.
It comes to buying birthday, I've got no money this week.
Bird?
Can't buy you a birthday present.
Who's Bird?
Oh, that's a bloke from Werribee Central. So I'm actually trying to get you onto this gig.
Bird is the word.
Oh, yeah.
When's the gig?
It's like a fucking Avery, the Bird.
Birdman.
I think it's Friday the 19th of July.
Oh, check the diary.
I've MC'd and we've had some dramas.
Yeah,
we'll get into
double
that.
Booking. Yeah, we'll get back to that.
Yeah. So, anyway. I've gone to the median strip, and what's happened in the meantime is the traffic has sort of cleared. So the person turning right, cutting across my path, has obviously just seen that, all right, there's no car coming from in front of him. I'm just going to swing right.
But it's a red arrow, is it? Not?
No, the arrow's gone by then because
So he's well within his rights.
he's within his rights,
Yeah.
but I've still got the green man. So the green man's still beep, 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 beep.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm walking across and I've got the headphones in, but I thought because I'm so nimble above the shoulders, I sort of just looked left, and I think one time it was a real old person, but the other time it might have been middle aged, but they just come across. I think first time it happened, I put a foot out and I could have banged on the back of the car.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
No, before doing that, I normally have a quick peek to see who's driving.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
If you see a neck tattoo and a mullet and a gold tooth, you're like,
I'm fairly forgiving. But you get a little Asian lady, 75-year-old Asian lady, I'll be kicking
the
fucking
side
panels in and ripping off the rear view mirror, and I'll give a real watch for. But yeah, anyone that's semi fit, I'm letting that one go through to the keeper.
yeah. Well, this one was one was a geriatric, and I sort of
Ooh,
her peripherals weren't great.
I would have given her what's for.
I probably should have smashed the windscreen, but
Yep.
I just, you know what I thought? I thought she didn't mean it. It wasn't like she was trying to hit me.
No.
She clearly just is vision impaired, probably should not have her license.
Yep.
Let her go. She's going to mow someone down at some point in her life.
Yeah, that's true.
So I let that go, and I've let two others go, and I sort of just do the old sort of look and then do the head shake. And because you can see that there's probably people in their cars going, fuck, that car almost hit that guy.
Yeah.
That real fit, red-headed guy there.
Yeah, but
Is that Evan Hocking?
I wish they
from the
did.
Good, yeah,
I wish they did,
his
because
teeth are fucked.
he's the sort of fuckwit that stops an entire fucking highway of traffic just to get across the road. And we're here banked up.
Mate, Mate, they had to stop at some stage, mate. They had to stop at some stage.
Yeah.
So, yeah, really, that is the thing where you just see some people who are banging bonnets and, you know, really chasing after the car, telling them what for. Go get fucked, you cockhead.
Yeah, well, I got one for you.
All right.
So you say you don't get pissed off. Well,
Okay.
I challenge anyone to have a flight change. And I talk, apologies to those that are on the Patreon, because I did fucking bloody go off about this on the Patreon about bloody Webjet changed my flight. And if you want to change a flight with, or maybe it's you want to get your Foxtel changed, your bloody Telstra, whatever, they put you onto an overseas call centre, and nothing will make my blood boil. Fuck, don't be racist. Don't have racist thoughts. Don't have racist. And they're fucking talking to you like you're an idiot. Like, just, oh God, it's because they changed my flight without telling me. I told you this, didn't I?
Oh, I think you did. I don't know if you mentioned it on the Patreon. So
No, there's a very short version of it. So I had to change my bloody flights over there because the bloody old cancel culture over there.
Yeah.
Old double booker. So I'm on the
TJ,
phone.
double booker.
So I had to change those flights over there, which took fucking $480 or whatever. And then and just a throwaway line, the lady who's in fucking Afghanistan or somewhere, and she's just gone, okay, so yeah, and you fly back at 4:20 on the Sunday. And I was like, no. I've
You told me, I think. I don't think you put it on the Patreon. So keep going,
yeah, well,
mate.
very quick version.
I'm loving
so I
it.
said, no. I said, I'm looking here at the diary. I've got the confirmation number, everything. I'm flying home at 6:30, and they go, no, here's 6 or 4:15 or whatever it is, and I said, no, well, I can't do that. I've got a bloody gig at Baldivis Footy Club,
Yeah,
and
Baldivis.
which is an hour from the fucking airport, and look, it's logistically impossible. I can't fly home at 4:15.
She's like, I'm in
And she said, well,
Afghanistan.
I said, when did you tell me this? He said, we sent you an email. I said, well,
emails.
fuck me. Webjet sent me 1,000 emails.
They do. They go, we got $15 off if you want to fly to Uzbekistan.
Yeah.
Like, I don't fucking want to fly to Uzbekistan.
I reckon we did talk about this.
Did we?
Am I getting flashbacks?
I don't know.
Anyway, so I've said, well,
Maybe we did.
So I've said, oh, fuck. So I've rang the club and said, look, this is 50 Shades of Fucked, where I'm in a pickle. So we're gonna have to start.
dill
We're gonna have to
pickle.
start the show earlier. I'll give you a discount." And you go, "Yeah, no worries, okay." And then,
You make any money on this trip?
oh fuck! And I said, "Mate, I'll I'll pay for your kids' university. We're all sorted." So anyway, and then I've looked just out of curiosity. I've looked at Webjet. There's a flight. My flight's still at 6:30 is still on. So I've rang back the fucking morons at Webjet and said, could I please speak to someone in a fucking third world country that is really struggling with the English language? And they said, "Mate, we got you sorted.
You've got the person right
We'll
for
put you straight through." So talking to this dickhead, and look, I know they're just doing their job, but fuck,
You
mate.
sort of feel for them, like they're obviously in a position where they're like, they probably don't want to be doing this job, and they're just dealing with they're dealing with the worst parts of the business.
And I'm pretty good at hiding the fact that I'm pissed off. I reckon some people would really, even the fact that it's someone from an overseas call centre, even that would just trigger them.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so I've rang up and I've said, "All right, look, for some reason you dickheads have moved my flight. I want to be on my original flight." And they're like, "Oh, but there's a chance that might cancel." I said, "Well, if it's going to cancel, take it off the fucking Webjet. Like, I could literally get on there now and buy a ticket for that flight.
Can get that flight.
It's there, but I want to change my flight." And eventually I've convinced him, but he changed it over and to 6:30, my original flight, and they said, "All right, that's going to be $99."
I said, I was on
transfer.
that flight already,
I said,
fuckwit.
I said,
you changed it.
Do you have a mental fucking disability? That was my flight. Like, do you not understand? And she's going, "Oh, because it was changed." And then he said, I said, "Well, how do I get my $99 back?" And I don't give a fuck about the $99,
Well,
but it's just
the principle.
It's the principle. And so they said, "Oh, well, that's done because it was Virgin that changed the flights. It's got to be done through them." I said, "All right." So next day, ring Virgin. 45 minutes it took me to get to some person, and eventually they said, "Oh, that's got to be done through Webjet."
Fuck me
And
drunk.
I said, "You lousy skin-headed fuck." I said, "How is that even possible that you two are so out of sync with each other?" And so my new thing is I use Webjet to find the flights. I write
Then
the
you
flights
go
down.
direct.
I write the flights down I want, and then I go direct. Fuck Webjet.
It's like the third party, and then they just people don't want to take responsibility for anything these days. They're like, they just handball. They just handball off to. "Oh no, it's their fault. They'll sort it out." It's like, fucking take ownership for shit. It's like I don't know what it's like, but it's just people are getting away with it a little too much.
What do they call it? All something, no responsibility.
Yeah, all.
Glory? No, all
I don't know.
credit? All...
Oh, they're happy in the good times. They go, "Oh, look at us! I'm killing it."
Yeah,
But when
one
shit
thing
goes
goes
south,
wrong-
they're like, "Oh no, that's so and so."
Yeah, we don't fly the planes. They're not our planes.
No, what Webjet? Who's
So
Webjet?
Fuck off.
Jesus, fuck
Anyway,
them.
so
Yeah, I do that. You get a better price, I reckon, if you look up. You got to do a bit of research, but fuck, it's annoying.
but you do your research on Webjet still.
Oh, yeah.
But and then you just go and go direct. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Fuck
so mate, plenty happened. I don't know where to
on?
start. I'll just give you a couple of highlights from my trip. First of all, before I forget, went to Korda, Koorda.
Oh yeah.
Population of about 360. About 3 hours from Perth. She is as dry as a dead dingo's rotting foreskin out there.
Okay.
It is a beautiful, great people, beautiful, great bloody, I guess.
It's a wheat country, wheat belt.
Well, there's not much growing out there at the moment. It's they're growing dust at the moment, but it is what's the wheat belt, the southern wheat belt, or
No, so it is the wheat belt.
it's definitely the wheat belt.
What I said before.
Yeah. But I met I hope you get the Jana and Amy, mad banditos.
Oh!
Jana's the fucking Shire president
Jesus
of that
Christ.
area.
Jeez, we've got some pull, don't we?
Oh, bloody hell.
There's not too many bloody shy presidents listening to this junk.
No. So whatever, mate, if you ever commit a crime in the Shire of Korda, just give Jana a call and I reckon she'll get you off.
Yeah.
That's
A Shire president, is that like,
she's the Shire president.
like the councillor? Or is it a councillor or she's like the...
I'm not sure what it was. I met the assistant Shire president as well, or deputy Shire president. And he didn't seem like he was doing much. He was a fairly big drinker.
He doesn't have to because Jana's doing it
Yeah,
all.
Jana's doing all the work. And also Amy, who was the netball coach.
Right.
So Jana put Amy onto it. And they're mad listeners. And
Jeez, it blows my mind.
there's some educated people out there listening to this show, which just blows my brain out the side of my fucking head.
And I still
really
don't
does.
know. We've been talking about this. I reckon our downloads are going down, but it seems like more people are listening.
I don't go anywhere where I don't bump into a Banter.
Same here. Every Bandito must just come up and say, I listened to this.
You know what I'm hoping? Or what I think might happen one day?
I don't know.
You're just fiddling away with your phone one day, sitting up in bed.
Jesus, those batteries are dying quick.
Are they?
Oh, God. You've got 2 battery chargers.
I keep forgetting to charge them. So I use those.
Jesus.
They're not very good batteries.
They're shit.
They are shit.
They couldn't power a dildo.
No, definitely couldn't pair a dildo.
No.
One day I hope you're just sitting up in bed, bloody. You've had your wank. Kristen's off. She's at work. You've rubbed one out, and you're sitting there scrolling through your phone. Then you'll see. You'll just go over and look at the downloads. You'll be like, "Fuck, no, we're down. We're going down." And then you're like, "What's this little button here do? What's this little?" And you just click, and all of a sudden you'd had it on like something. You'd filtered it somehow, and all of a sudden we're like, "We got fucking 100,000 listeners."
Oof, that'd be all right.
That'd be a good day in the office.
That'd be great.
Anyway, so Quarter, this is how important footy clubs are to communities like this. Quarter, they've got one team. One team.
Okay.
Like not reserves.
Just one team.
Just one team. So they've got a senior team. The whole league's gone down to 16 aside.
Yep.
Because there's just not enough people.
Take out the wings.
You take out the wings. I'll take out whoever you want.
Yeah, take out the full forward.
Why
aren't we kicking any goals?
Yeah,
Took him
looking
out.
at their score on the weekend, I think they might have taken out the whole forward line.
Yep.
Quarter, but and there's one netball team.
Yep.
No B grade, C grade, one netball team,
So you got to be good to make
and
it.
there's one hockey team.
One hockey.
No, you don't necessarily have to be good to make it. They still do a ring around. They got a hockey team over there. That league has
So field hockey.
field hockey.
Jesus Christ.
Mate, you want to see fucking 7 girls running around a dust bowl? You go to the bloody Quarter.
Quarter hockey field.
She is dry. Yeah, it is dry. It is very dusty. Real home ground advantage down there because the opposition can't really see.
So
for
they're
all the
not
dust.
playing on the synthetic.
No synthetic at Quarter. No, nothing green at all in Quarter. It's
Okay.
So I think it starts off. The netball plays at about 10.
Yep.
Hockey plays at 12.
Yep.
Men's footy plays at 2:30. That's your day.
That's a real mixed bag, isn't it?
That's a real mixed bag.
Yeah.
So,
There's some if you're because sometimes you go to the footy and you watch the 18s, you watch the reserves, you watch the seniors. You go, that's too much footy. You can't bloody accuse Quarter of bloody putting on too much footy.
No,
They've got the old triple threat here. They've got the netball, the hockey, and then the football. Was there
Yeah.
You reckon the netball's a bit dirty? They don't get the middle billing? I thought they'd be sort of above the hockey.
Yeah, hockey's. Yeah, I don't know. I think probably half of them play for the hockey team as well. So,
Okay, so they've got to back up.
Yeah, they've got to back it up. But I saw one thing because I was there, got there a bit early to watch they had the presentations. You know, the awards.
Yep.
I haven't seen this before. One of the award winners was a supporter that yelled a heap of shit out. They said he was really on fire. He'd had a lot of beers and he was really he was sitting in the back of his ute in the pocket. And he was really getting lippy to the opposition backman. This is for the football.
Okay, so clearly a few blokes maybe need to pull their finger out and get a kick. If a maggoted bloke in a ute can win a award.
I think that might have been the deputy Shire president. Yeah, he was blind. So he got an award. Got a little meal at the pub there for hurling abuse. You don't see that every day, do you?
No, usually I think they're trying to stamp that shit out, but clearly
not
in
down at
Quarter
Quarter.
they're rewarding it.
Yeah,
hopefully that catches on.
Yeah, get lippy enough, you get yourself an award. That's something we could bring into local footy. A weekly award for the supporter
biggest fuckwit.
that just really fucking hurls the most abuse.
That'd be good.
But you got to, obviously you can't go. You got to stay reasonably PC, but yeah, you want real fucking venom. Yeah, death threats. Maybe do your homework.
Good. Maybe
Friday
bring
night
up.
before.
It's almost like the Tom Brady roast, except maybe do a bit of homework and really zero in on a player whose wife has left him, or get real personal.
Get into their social media the night before. Get into their even go to the kids. If you can get into the kids,
that's good.
Get into their social pages and really put him off. So nothing over the top. Just a pub meal award.
Well, it keeps
or something.
you honest. I think keeps you honest. I reckon that back in the early 2000s, I reckon when I was sort of coming through the ranks, there were a few under 18s who, they underage, they'd get on the booze and sit behind the goals, and really you did not want to be a backman for the opposition.
Oh, hell no.
It was days.
Yeah, I remember back at Wodonga, we used to all play thirds, get the slabs of bloody VB, good slab of, what do you call them, the hand grenades.
Oh, yeah.
Slab of hand grenades and esky, bit of ice, and just sit back there and make the fullback's life a living hell.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to have, red hair would be
mate.
I'd be fucked.
No, you wouldn't play footy if you had red hair back when I was sinking cans.
Goals. Shit, no.
Like a bull to a red
A bull to a rag.
No, just a redhead.
Oh, just a redhead.
Red rag.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Yeah, so quarter, that was great. One thing I heard one thing we've got to touch on before we forget. A very popular part of the episode was about, we were talking about the poo last week.
Oh, yeah.
And a Bantito, Sean Kavanagh.
Oh, yeah.
Kavanagh.
Yeah, I think he sent it through to the Instagram. Oh, I think I got back, but I haven't posted anything. I'm a bit under the pump with the Patreon and the Instagram. I've got a bit happening.
Yeah. No, it's
No, I got nothing happening.
No.
Probably could get back to you.
So very interesting update about a poo knife.
Because what were you using? Just refresh us. It was a while ago. How were you trying to get the poo down again?
Well, it was just a sort of stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was saying a family he knows of has a family, obviously, of people with
Would you want me to read it
with
out?
large arseholes. Yes. So and they were forever doing giant, thick, like fucking Louisville Slugger type shits, and just hard as a rock. They must have really loved their I guess protein or. It's fucking small. I'd struggle to read that.
I can.
And so, so the family, or maybe did.
Yeah, do you want me to read it out?
Yeah,
the original Reddit. So this Reddit, this is something that I haven't even bothered to get on. Like, you think Instagram's hard. I don't know what Reddit.
Yeah, I don't really understand Reddit.
There's a few loose units on Reddit, but anyway, so bear with me.
And
it is small,
and maybe if you didn't listen to last week's episode, now's the time just to press pause on this one. Go back to listen. It was towards the end of the episode. Basically, a little story about a shit that just the little shit that just wouldn't flush,
wouldn't move,
like that.
That could be one of those little
kids books.
Those kids
the
books.
the ones with the golden,
the golden books.
The golden books, yeah.
It could be like a Dr. Seuss.
Because there was
wouldn't flush.
The train that wouldn't puff or
something
blow
like that.
or something. Yeah, this is the little shit that just wouldn't flush.
All right, so then this starts off. What you need with one of these threads, you need a good first line.
Oh, yeah, because there's so much content. You need something that's going to really grab them by the balls, not too hard, just firm, and just pull you in by the balls.
Well, here we go. Well, this does it.
Here we go.
My family poops big.
There we go.
Maybe.
All right, babe, put the kettle on. We've got some reading to do. This is going to be good.
Yep. My family poops big. Maybe it's genetic. Maybe it's our diet. But everyone births giant logs of crap.
Do you reckon it's more the diet or the size of the arsehole?
I think it's diet.
Because it's good. I mean, if different people can have big noses, some can be taller, some red hair. Some people must have looser arseholes than others. It's just, I think people are different.
But I think the diet, the reason the shit's big is because it's staying formed. It's,
Yep.
Yeah, so it's, I don't know how you keep it formed like that. But if anyone has laid a mega poop, you know that sometimes it won't flush. It lays across the hole in the bottom of the bowl, and the vortex of draining water merely gives it a spin as it mocks you.
Like a almost like a game of spin the bottle, but it's just spin the shit. It just spins around,
and if it points to you, what do you have to kiss?
You got to kiss the other person on the other side of the bowl.
Yeah, there you
that'd
go.
be a good little game. Get your friends around the bowl and
bring everyone together.
Spin the shit.
Yeah, growing up, this was a common enough occurrence that our family had a poop knife. It was an old rusty kitchen knife that hung on a nail in the laundry room, only to be used for that purpose. Geez, as a knife, you'd be like, geez, where's my life at? I'm blunt.
Are they selling them as poop knives? Because I've been to your bloody Myer and that stuff, and where would you buy a poop? I guess it's just
is
any
that a
knife.
Wedding present? Like you give something, you know how some people give you. You go to the registry and they've got bed sheets, pillowcases, poop knife, crockery.
Yeah, that's
wine glasses. Poop knife.
Would a poop knife be flat edge or corrugated edge? Would it be like a bread knife or I think you'd want it like a bread knife.
I think you need it a bit serrated.
You'd want to saw through it
because if you had
a nut. If there was a nut in there, a flat knife is just going to hit the nut.
Hit the nut,
and you're stuck. You need to maybe even a double-sided knife.
Yeah, sort of like maybe like the chainsaw. How the sort of obviously it doesn't rotate with the chain on the bar.
No, actually, I think just a bread knife, just a simple bread knife, so you can really hack in if there's a nut or a bit of what else is in there.
Pea? No, peas. Corn sometimes.
Corn is sort of.
Even a nut.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway,
it was an old rusty hanging in the laundry room, only to be used for that purpose. It was normal to walk through the hallway and have someone call out, "Hey, can you get me the poop knife?" Oh, yeah. I thought it was standard kit. You have your plunger, your toilet brush, and your poop knife.
Yep.
Fast forward to 22, which may be 2022.
Yep.
It's been a day or two between poops, and I'm over at my friend's house. My friend was the local dealer and always had guests over because you can't buy weed without sitting on your ass and sampling it for an hour.
That's true.
Yep, just give it, smoke it up. That's good stuff. I excuse myself and I lay a gigantic turd.
As he does.
I look down and see that it's sideways. It's a sideways one.
Yeah.
So I crack the door and call out to my friend. He arrives and I ask him for his poop knife. He says, "My what?" "Your poop knife," I say. "I need to use it." "Please." "What the fuck is a poop knife?" Obviously he has one, but maybe he calls it by a more delicate name, a fecal cleaver, a dung divider, a guinoglavi, whatever the fuck that is. I explain what it is I want and why I want it. He starts giggling, then laughing. Then lots of people start laughing. It turns out the music stopped and everyone heard my pleas through the door. It also turns out that none of them have had poop knives. It was just my fucked up family with their fucked up bows. FML, fuck my life.
Yeah.
I told this to my wife last night, who was amused and horrified at the same time. It turns out that she did not know what a poop knife was and had been using the old rusty knife hanging in the utility closet as a basic utility knife. Thankfully...
What's a utility knife? What are you cutting with a utility knife?
Anything. It's like a utility... Remember the old Scanlon's footy cards?
Utilities can play anywhere.
They can play anywhere. They go, "We need to kick a few goals. Let's get Bernard Toohey down there. He's a utility."
Ronnie McEwen.
Ronnie McEwen. All right, down back. There's someone who's really getting a grip of us down back. Well, we need someone to shut someone down. That's the utility. What about...
Would you call Steven Silvani utility, or is that a bit...
He went forward.
Could the fullback of the century really be a utility?
Well, I think he could. He was very versatile, not just on the football field. Anyway, so, all right, fuck my life. Thankfully, she didn't cook with it, but used it to open Amazon boxes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Wonder what the etiquette is with a poop knife once you've finished it with cleaning it off.
I think, would you flush and just rinse? I think
That's
you got
not going to get chunks of shit off.
Nah, you sort of got to soap it. I think you got to soap it.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is a lot of work. Your gloves? Are you wearing gloves?
Not sure.
Yeah. Anyway, she'll be getting her own utility knife now. Edit, common question. Why was this not in the bathroom instead of the laundry room? Answer, we only had one poop knife and the laundry room was central to all 3 bathrooms. Oh, not to brag.
Good answer.
Living in quite the house with the 3 bathrooms. Yeah, I've no idea why we didn't have 3 poop knives. All I know is that we didn't. We had the one.
Probably not cheap.
Well, possibly because my father was notoriously cheap about the weirdest things.
Yeah.
So, yes, we shared our poop knife. Yeah, well, there you go.
It's certainly something to think about.
Food for thought.
You got to have a fairly major issue to make that decision to put in a poop knife.
Yeah, it's sort of not a one-off kind of thing. You do start wondering what were they eating.
I reckon you're at least 8 shits in before you even contemplate putting in a permanent
poop knife.
But it's certainly something to think about, isn't it? So
have you turned one of the old bread knives into the poop knife yet? Or is it?
No, my issue was the
ball.
Was the ball getting lodged in there, and
so you need a sharp poop knife to get through the ball.
Yeah, or just to keep the lid down so the dog doesn't put the ball in the shitter, which is big problem. So well that's something. So mate, I got plenty to talk about, but do you want to bloody?
What have I got? Oh, I've got bits and pieces. I sort of, I had a bit of a Siegert type weekend. Over. I do not know how you do it with kids coaching basketball, driving here, driving there.
You got to love what you do, Evan.
Oh yeah, I do love it. But I had 4 gigs over the weekend, including a Friday. Got a late call up for a gig on Friday for the Rochester Footy Club. Which,
yeah.
Yeah, and you said you've done it before.
Done it before.
Yeah, tough room.
Tough room, but I must say, interesting side note, and people often ask me when I'm out doing gigs, what makes a successful club, footy club? And I always say the same answer, which I think I've said on this page before, but there's a little an outlier, which is the Rochester Footy Club, because they do something that is... It's just bloody brilliant because as a country club, they get a lot of Melburnians, as a lot of country clubs do. You know, some years there'll be 1, some years there'll be 8. And quite often those guys will stay for 1, 2, 3, 4 years. Maybe a couple of them will bloody, knock up a local girl and the dad will have threatened to bloody blow their head off with a shotty if they don't hang around. So they tend to hang around, get a job at the local IGA and, hate their life. And but most of them are in and out. So, but this club, and sort of lost to the club forever. But what Rochester do, they've formed sort of a Melbourne past players club group.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, so how many people were there? Would have been nearly 200, wouldn't it?
I think they said about 240 this year. So, so I get the call on that.
So it's one function a year, raises money for Rochester Footy Club that all goes back. Tick 2 boxes, all the ex-players get to hang out together, talk about the old times at Rochester, raise some great money for the club. It's a fucking great idea. To my knowledge, the only club that does it.
Amazing. And I was chatting to you and I was chatting to Desi, even the week before I was out at the Montmorency Footy Club. Yep. They had a massive, and they've been doing it for like 15 years, a big Sponsors Day, where I don't know if I grew up eastern suburbs. I don't know if a lot of those eastern clubs do that or have ones that run year. Because I think Montmorency do a couple each year. Heidelberg do a big one.
I think it's you need people at a certain stage of their life. So, example, if someone's, if you've got a club full of ex-players that are all on forklifts and shit like that. Yeah. They've got to take the day off. But out Montmorency, your Lower Plenties, your Heidelberg.
You got people working for
it. They're all business owners. They're all doing all right. It's nothing to take a Friday arvo off.
That's right. Yeah. And but it builds that culture of each year we're doing it. So, the Montmorency one was great. And obviously the Rochester one. So I get a call on Thursday from the great D. Dowling. He goes, he cancelled a gig on me, Desi. And like I said, I don't get angry.
No, not anymore.
No, not anymore.
You just choose to halt a fucking highway. That's the
Yeah.
way you deal with it.
That's the way I do it.
Make a highway go gridlock.
Yep. So anyway, so he goes, mate, we've got the Rochester Footy Club.
Yep.
They're doing a massive luncheon at the Royal Melbourne Hotel on Burke Street there, and I've done a gig there once before. It's a great pub, but it's a weird sort of setup. It's
Great for a beer, shit for a comedy show.
shit for a comedy show. So Desi goes, all right, ask this. So, and the great Brad McEwen
Yep.
was the one sort of organising it.
He's a good man.
He's a great man. If you remember him, he was big on. He was on Sports Tonight for a bit.
Yep.
He was a reporter for Channel 10.
Yep.
Google Brad McEwen.
Fellow redhead.
Fellow redhead. He's pastier than me, but he is. Don't you worry about that. Because, but ripping guy. I spoke to him on the phone, and we're locked in. And, geez, he was excited. He was bloody excited. He hadn't heard of me, 5 minutes before he spoke to me. But now he's my best mate, and I love that. I need that. So we're heading out. We're heading out to the Royal Melbourne Hotel because the reason I got the gig was, so someone couldn't do it because they've got a bit better career than me.
Yep.
And they're on TV at the moment. They're doing the Amazing Race. Yes.
Do you do the Amazing Race with your family?
You can do it with whoever you want. You just pick. Yeah. Who would you do the Amazing Race with if you had to do it?
Well,
because you're travelling overseas. You got to fly by the seat of your pants, but you got to be organised.
Tell you who I wouldn't do it with.
Webjet.
I wouldn't do it with Webjet. I'd be booking my own flights.
That's right.
If I went on Amazing Race, it would just be fucking 14 episodes of me sitting at the table, kitchen table at home, on the phone going,
on hold.
What do you mean I've missed my flight? And I wouldn't leave the fucking street, let alone jet setting around the world. No, not for me.
So who would you do it with? Do you reckon you'd do it with Tam, or would you pick one of your mates? Who would you? I mean, you're going to probably have more fun with the mates, but you sort of got to. You and Tam might be good to get away from the kids.
Yeah, Tam wouldn't leave the kids at home.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll come over and look after the kids. Could I do that?
It's probably less reason to
go.
Go, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, we could do it. We could do it, couldn't we?
Yeah, maybe we could
do a few Patreons in the plane.
Oh, that'd be good. Maybe we'd tap into a new market.
Or a market.
A market, yeah. It is amazing the market we've got now.
Yeah, that's bloody jealousy is the act of counting someone else's blessings instead of your own.
Yeah, look at us. We're in the bloody Good Banter HQ. We're doing all right. Patreon's pumping. Jump on the Patreon.
Get on that.
Nelson Twins Patreon just dropped.
Yeah.
On Sunday.
They tell a few stories about getting in a couple of punch-ons.
Yep,
and
they love
good. Yeah, love a blue.
Good stuff. So big things coming on the Patreon. Anyway, so Pete Halley is overseas.
Yeah.
So he's his career's flying. He couldn't do it. So chat to Brad. Let's make this happen. And they've got the great thing about it. So you turn up there, and I always go into these things because I spoke to you, and you said, it's a tough room. He said, how long does he want you to do? I said, half an hour. He goes, mate, if you get through half an hour, that will be
it's not a half an hour sort of room.
A monumental effort. And I think half an hour people don't want to listen to someone for half an hour.
No.
Like
I
even
reckon 20 is a good time.
I reckon 20 spot on. It's in, out, 20 minutes sort of comes and goes. And you're like, that was a good 20.
The podcast we listen to Tuesdays, they're doing 1 hour corporates.
Blows my mind.
It's just insane.
Could you imagine? Because sometimes you get into a gig, if your first joke doesn't hit, you're like, fuck, I've got
59.30 left.
Jesus.
Sweet Mary,
Christ.
Mother of good Lord.
Anyway, so I turn up there and, I'm sort of, you're always a little apprehensive, especially when you get there early. You start mingling, but I walked in and Big Macca, Brad McEwen, he sees me. Jeez, he's a solidly built guy.
He's a ray of light.
He is a ray of light. He's a beacon. And it was just like a lighthouse. It just every few seconds it was just this beacon shining. I went over.
Ships are turning away from him.
Ships were not hitting the rocks. I'll give you the tip. They were loving it. And I was loving it So anyway, I chat to him, just a ripping guy, and you can tell when you chat to him, he fucking cares.
He cares.
He cares. He
There's
does.
Some
I don't know
people,
why I laughed.
Some people,
They look through you.
they look through you. Some people are. What is it? Some people are listening. Some people are waiting to talk.
Yeah, you've dropped that a few times.
He's listening.
He's listening, mate.
Yep.
He does want to talk as well, but he's going to do it in his own time.
Yeah. He'll let you talk first.
That's right. So so he's good, and he gets up. Everyone settles down, and he's done this before. He's hosted functions. He's been on TV. He's done that many news broadcasts. He's hosted so many of these functions.
Yeah.
He knows what he has to do. He's got to take a bullet.
Yep.
That's what he's going to do, and he grew up in the area, so everyone knows Brad.
Yeah.
They love him. And he gets up, and first thing they've got because the thing with these venues, I mean, they've run that many functions. They've got their own sound gear. They've got the big bloody booming speakers hanging from the roof. You think they're going to be onto it here. They're not going to fuck this sound up.
Well, if there's one thing we've learned over the years, that anyone with a fucking head can call himself a sound guy. They with two ears. I'm not even sure if a lot of them have the ability to hear. The fucking blows my mind how someone can be paid to organise the sound at an event and the sound's fucked. Like,
So,
that's your job, mate.
What I will
that's
say
your job.
is that the venue will run the sound. They haven't got some sound guy in. So the venue, there's some little guys walking up, and Brad gets up, and in the middle of the stage, he walks to the right, it's like, and then you see the bloody, Brad's like, oh, that's not good, and you see old mate sort of run over to the desk, and he's like, he's twiddling with the knobs, and like,
Did you put everything at 11 o'clock?
No, it said 11 o'clock rule, mate. 11 o'clock rule. He goes, what's the 11 o'clock rule? I said, mate, bloody point everything to 11 o'clock.
Pommy Johnson told me that.
Yep. So, anyway, Brad finally settles down a bit, but then the president's got to get up, so he's chatting to the president, and the president gets there's fucking he's got one of the mics going, and those come. Oh God! So old mate,
and if you don't know what you're doing, and a mic starts feeding back, you
fucked.
feel like you're holding a
grenade.
You don't know what to fucking
Pull
do.
the pin.
It's just getting close. You don't know what to do because you just got to turn away from the speakers. The general rule, isn't it?
That's right.
You don't face the mic towards the speaker, or you get more feedback than a pissed fuckwit sitting in the back of a ute at a quarter home game.
Quarter home game. Yeah.
Not that he's a fuckwit.
He's good.
Good man.
Well, he's got a $100 voucher for the local pub, so he's happy. So, anyway, so that starts feeding back, and they're swapping mics, and they're doing this, and they're doing that. Like, Jesus Christ.
Could have done that before the function.
Could have done that. But as the comic, you're like, oh, if I've got to get through 20, 25 minutes with one of these mics, I can't yell out. I can't go off mic here.
No.
I need the microphone. So, they finally, I don't know if they really fix it. What are we at? We're at 48 there. Yep, still got one little bar on the battery. I'll try and get this done as soon as I can. Anyway,
Jesus.
so so then they go to a break, then they go to lunch, and Brad at this stage, he's really building me up here.
Yep.
It's almost a little bit too much. I'm like, Jesus, tone it back there, Braddles.
You can overdo it.
Can't overdo it. He goes, mate, we were meant to have Pete earlier.
Yeah, don't go there.
We were meant to have Pete earlier, but the good news is Pete's coming. He's doing it next year. And the year after, we've got Limo. We've had Des Dowling the year before. We've had Tom Siegert. But
you can give a bit too much info.
I'm like, come on, Macca, tone things down. I'm just sitting there like some little kid in a lolly shop. I'm like, oh, God, oh, look at this. And he goes, but we've got one of the greats, Evan Hocking, coming up. I'm like, oh, God, people are just vomiting in their vomiting into their steaks.
Yeah, where's Pete?
Where's Pete? Get him off the Amazing Race. This is shit. We don't want Hocking. So anyway, so it gets to me, and Brad gives a fucking wonderful intro. Just really does me up. And like I said, he's taken the bullet. He's made the thing with an MC. They just need to get the attention of the room. You need to hear a pin drop before the comedian comes on,
Yep.
and then when they go, welcome to the stage, everyone, you want them clapping. You want everyone listening. So I get up there, and I saw the first line I dropped was, sorry, Pete couldn't be here, and I just said, I got the call up because I'm one of the comedians who had fuck all on, to be honest.
Yep.
So really self-deprecating stuff, and then just going to my act, which is all self-deprecating, which they loved, and zigged and zagged, got through. I think I did about 25 minutes.
That's pretty good.
Cracking gig.
That's good.
It was a fun gig. They were listening. They were a great crowd, and really, really good vibe. They had. Then they got the panel up. They had Sherelle McMahon. So remember her, netballer. She was voted Australia's best ever netballer.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that would nearly make her the best in the world, unless New Zealand's got someone.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Because it's pretty much
could be
paid by
England. Are they any good?
Nah.
Every now and then. Yeah. Jamaica have a crack.
Yeah, they had a crack. They had a crack at bobsledding too. They'll try their hand at anything. England could invent a sport tomorrow. England could invent a sport. Not tell anyone about this sport.
Practice it for hundreds.
For 10 years. Have a fucking institute of elite learning and get their finest athletes to learn this sport and challenge another team, another country, any country, to that sport the next day.
And lose.
They are fucking hopeless at everything. They live for soccer and they're fucking shit at it. They're pasty fucking... Oh, God, the Poms. But they're good. We got a lot down at Caulfield, actually. They're bloody great blokes.
Oh, they're great blokes.
Yeah.
I love a beer, but
love
Jesus
a beer,
Christ.
funny, great senses of humour. But
I just couldn't imagine getting. It's just so fucking cold over there.
Oh, it's fucking miserable. Tam and I went there in the middle of summer. It was like I've never had a winter day as shit as the 5 days. We went to a summer festival. Went and saw Rihanna.
Ah.
And it was a girl that sings cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Money.
Money, money, money.
Talk about the money. Talk about the price tag.
Very, very
Make
attractive.
Candace, someone?
No.
Don't know. Not really my demo.
No.
Catchy song.
Yeah, catchy song. We middle of summer music festival in Hyde Park.
Oh, nice.
Fucking pigs live in better conditions than this. It fucking pissed down rain.
Like that Green Day, when I come around.
Yeah, everything. There wasn't even a fucking hill. It wasn't even a hill though, so it wasn't fun. We were just fucking up to our ankle, higher than that, just mud and shit. And we're like, this joint is fucked. And a fucking little fucking molecule of sun comes through a cloud.
Like everyone's
trying to
everyone's
get
getting their shirt off.
And they're and their skin's burning off because they don't only see sun once a decade.
Oh.
Mate, the joint is fucking miserable, but they've got great pubs. That's why they drink themselves to death in fucking pubs. And
you would, yeah. Because I even
snort fucking $8 bags of Coke all night.
It's fucking cheap.
It is. They give the shit away over there.
Yeah, it's good stuff as well. Jeez, I had some
it
good stuff in Liverpool a few years ago. Fuck me, it was good.
Woof.
Yeah, really loved up. Anyway, so because I got a bit of fog over the weekend, and driving through this fog, and you're like, fuck, this must be what it's like to live in England. It's quite depressing.
Oh yeah, it's a depressing joint.
Yeah, but anyway, Sherelle McMahon was there. She got up on stage. Brad interviewed some local legends and people who had done so much stuff for the club over the years. Really great vibe. Everyone was in it. Everyone was catching. I think it was the perfect amount because sometimes you get to some of those functions, they've got 35 guest speakers. They've got, 10 comedians. You're like, it's too much.
That's my 50-50 rule.
Yeah, it's 1 and 1, 2 and 2. What?
Yeah, entertain them for 50.
Yep.
50% catch up. I've been to functions where it's 95% entertainment and you just want to catch up with your mates sometimes.
That's right.
You can't be angry at someone for chatting during a fucking Sherelle McMahon interview if you haven't seen the bloke for 12 months and you've had no time to chat. So give them time, people.
Yeah, but Sherelle McMahon, just a wonderful human being, great netballer, and you sort of forget how good she was. And great person. So that went well. So that was a win, and
that's good.
You always walk away with a little feather in the cap, going, "We made it happen." And I spoke to Brad. I said, "We'll get you on the Patreon, mate." He said, "Mate, I would love to." So hopefully we'll get him on.
Yeah, get out of there with a pocket full of money and a pocket full of keys that hold no bounds.
Oh yeah.
Or keys to your car, anyway.
Oh yeah.
All right, two quick ones here.
Right.
So that's a bloody Margaret River Footy Club.
Great.
I was a bit worried about the bloody being a Sunday. I was like, Sunday afternoon, and then I found out it wasn't Sunday afternoon at all.
A surfy vibe down there as well. They got the Margaret River Pro. Were there any surfies in the crowd?
It's actually a few bloody surfy looking types.
Sharks?
Actually.
Is there? I think a few people get taken by the sharks down at Margaret River.
No one got taken by a shark.
Anyone with
gig.
just hopping in with one leg?
No, a couple of people with big chunks out of their torso and stuff. I didn't really think too much about it, but now they mention it, might have been shark attacks. So anyway, it ended up being the gig was Sunday night, and I was like, sweet jeepers, this will be tough because everyone will have work the next day. Me and my mate went down. My mate Bren, Truey, we popped in. Watched them play footy.
Yep.
Down local.
So Sunday games, that's not what you want. At
No,
the local
they fucking
footy
hate
club.
them. Yeah.
That's is it every Sunday?
Nah, probably 50-50, but they hate it, especially if you're
That's
playing 150 k's from home.
Yeah, that's a big road trip.
Yeah, and a lot of players come all the way from Perth, so 3 hours from Perth, and those players have got to bloody drive home.
You've almost just got to allow yourself an RDO.
Yeah, true.
On those Mondays.
I want to be paid a bit to be travelling 3 hours to drive because the roads aren't, they're windy.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so I went and watched the footy. It was a good, really good standard. But the problem is that and the big thing in WA, the fucking the club rooms, they're fucking 70 metres away from the ground because there's no fence. It's just like I don't know. You need a fence.
Yeah, well, it feels like the ball could just roll on forever, even if the fence is just poles without signage. There's just a fence just. Because you can sort of see where the boundary is.
Well, it gives you your bearings.
It does. You go, and if you just, I must admit, I like a fence.
Yeah, I like a fence.
Sitting on them.
Yeah, very few fences over Perth Way, and this club rooms was it was right off. I couldn't see the fucking game, but
So
anyway.
could you walk? So from the
club, couldn't take your drink.
Oh, so how did they determine where? Because with a fence. With a fence,
they
you
put
go,
in a
I
big...
can stand at the fence. But so what do you sort
No,
of...
they put up this big metal fence, like they're like a construction site around the rooms. Yeah, shit set
like
up.
temporary fencing.
Like temporary fencing.
Oh, that's fucked.
Yeah, but this wasn't down at Margaret River. They had a great setup. But they were playing an away game, unfortunately. Anyway, so the gig, Margaret River, fuck, it was good. Great people, great folk, great times, got on the cans, about to walk home. Me and me mate, Bren, we could see our hotel was across the road.
You booked a hotel?
They booked it for us. They said, well, we'll get it for you.
Jeez, that's great. That's the hospitality you need. Some people, some clubs, you drive 4 hours and they go, you driving back home tonight? You staying? I said, well, I'm driving back home. You didn't bloody offer me accommodation or anything.
Yeah, no, nothing was too hard for these guys. Jeez, they were good, great
country folk, mate.
And I'm walking out, all done. Me and my mates, about 11 o'clock, we had a few beers. We said, we'll leave the car here in the car park because we won't risk driving it, even if it's only bloody 100 metres across the road. We'll leave it there. About to walk over.
So
Night's done.
Quickly run us through. So they played an away game.
Yep.
Then did you have to drive back to Margaret River for the gig?
Everyone had to drive back.
Oh, fuck. So what time did the gig
start? It was an hour.
Jesus. So you went and watched them and then you got nothing else to do. No. Yeah. So what time did the gig start?
Probably 8.
Jesus, on a Sunday.
Yeah.
They're animals.
Yeah, well, I said to him, we've got to start this early, but no one seemed to give a fuck. Not sure how hard they work down that part of the world, but lovely, lovely folk. So we're out the door, me and Bren, we can see the hotel room, and I had to called him a week out. Look, my mate's coming down. Can we get Can we get somewhere with 2 singles? Because me mate, he gets a bit great bloke, but gets a bit bloody. Gets a bit handsy after a few beers. Gets a bit less picky about who he's with.
Yeah,
and,
I don't want to wear me steel jocks.
No, top to tail. That's just a 69er in his books.
Something a bit weird at a certain age where you're sort of sleeping in the same bed as a bloke. Even if you're really good mates, you never know.
Nah, because
if we did the Amazing Race and we were sort of going around Europe, what rooms would we be booking?
No, we'd share a swag, I reckon. By the end, at the start, we'd be like, separate. We want separate rooms, mate. By the end, we'd be bloody doggy style before bed, and I'd be going
real
down
broke
on you.
back.
Yeah, really, just plowing each other.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Jeez, it'd be a different podcast when we got back, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be different life.
The Patreon would be different.
Our families would be.
We'd have OnlyFans.
Oh yeah,
we'd have a real gay contingent.
Might have a couple drop off though, I reckon.
Yeah, I don't know if they'd like all the.
No, we'd have to
some of the talk.
Different target market.
Would you change your voice, or would I be like, "Welcome to the Good Banter"?
No, it's 2024, mate. We're just two blokes.
Okay, just fucking
in love.
Okay.
Yeah, and I could see it. We'd come out of that. Part of the airport, the international departure lounge.
Holding hands.
Family would be there. My kids have made up little signs and, welcome home, Daddy. Well done. And we just walk out hand in hand.
Kissing.
Lipstick on.
Yeah. I reckon I'd be the female in the relationship. I don't think you could turn female. Like I'd be the punsier one.
I could be a toss of the coin every day.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
All right. Flip
anyway,
the coin.
We'll cross that hurdle when we get to it.
All right.
But yeah, Margaret River, see the hotel, about to walk, hear from a couple of boys, hey, you want to come into the rooms? We just, because the club rooms, the actual club rooms has got a limit, but they let us take slabs and shit into the change rooms.
Great.
How good's that?
Old lock-in.
Good old-fashioned lock-in. So grabbed a slab of purple UDLs, slab of White Claw.
Oof.
And we said, let's fucking get this party started. 7 blokes locked into change rooms.
Oh, what could go wrong?
What could go wrong? Well, a lot can go wrong. Jeez, we
spinning the bottle and
mate, we were we had some fun. They were fucking funny blokes. Like we had the tackle bags out. We were seeing who could kick the tackle bag the furthest. Tell you what they did have. What's that? Pickleball.
Oh, that's getting big.
Yeah.
That's, America just really infiltrates Australia, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I love it.
That's where they have the holes, don't they?
Yeah, I think so. Is that pickleball? You got paddles, don't you?
No, they didn't have pickleball.
Oh, that's, is that the one where you throw the bean bags in?
And there's the holes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that's pickleball.
It's not, is it?
No, pickleball, you got the paddle.
So what's that one with the holes?
That's called something.
Yeah, so anyway, we had 2 of those set up, and we're having a great time. But one of the guys we only had 2. What are they called? The sacky sacks or whatever.
Yeah, bean bags.
Bean bags. Yeah, we only had 2 of those. He threw them against the wall and they exploded. So we couldn't play that anymore. Yep. Wouldn't want to have been picking up the fucking rice the next day in the rooms.
No.
Yeah, it was a real mess. Speaking of pickles. I've never seen this at a footy club before. In their change rooms. Pickles.
Yeah,
he's a good man.
Great listeners.
Pickles. They had a jar in the change rooms of fucking pickle juice with a couple of pickles in them.
Oh, I love pickles.
Not before footy.
Oh, no, it's not good.
No, they reckon it's for cramps.
Oh, I heard it's good for you.
If someone's getting cramps, you just scull the... I said, how long's that been there? And they said, oh, no, it's just always been there. It wouldn't go off because it's pickled.
Yeah, that's right.
But anyway, so 4:30 a.m.
Okay,
walked
so
out of out of those rooms.
Jesus, yeah, things would be looking different by then, wouldn't you?
Yeah, we'd really let the guard down by then.
It's amazing, I reckon. Like once you've had a few, like 11 o'clock to like 5 in the fuck, that goes quick when you're having a few and you're having fun.
Oh, geez, we're having fun.
It's great at the time, but then you go, what the hell just happened?
Mate, there was not a fucking serious word was spoken. There were nudie runs.
Right.
There were, those massive inflatable balls. The
ones
balls.
that you're meant to do
like gym balls.
Sit-ups. Were you doing the thing where you both, one of them, and you run at each other and you bounce?
No, we didn't do that, thank fuck, because they were big boys. I would have gone for
you'd have gone through the wall.
Yeah, they were farm boys.
They would have smashed you, or you would have smashed like the beanbag, mate. All the rice would have fallen out of you.
Yeah, no, it would have been fucked. One funny bloke, he works for his dad's truck driving company, and he was saying every day, gets up, drives a truck from...
does a line of speed.
Yeah, goes to Perth, goes from Margaret River to Perth, drops off his load at a brothel, and then drives back. And
You didn't need to bring the trailer.
and he was saying he sees how far he can go every day without a wank, what his record is.
Yeah, right. Well,
Yeah.
I guess when you're in the truck and you got the vibrations
Yeah,
on the
it's
seat,
your dad's business.
you're up high.
You're unsackable.
No one can see you.
Yeah.
It's different if you're in a car.
Mate, those things virtually drive themselves.
That's right.
So,
Just put on the old autopilot.
yeah, he said once he nearly got to Perth
So every day he's wanking every day.
in the truck. Yep.
Okay.
He said his worst effort was he wanked in the depot once in Margaret River.
When he first pulled up.
Yeah, hadn't even put the keys in the ignition.
While the forklift's loading up,
Yeah,
he's just rubbing one out.
Yeah.
Is he watching porn or what's he?
Just a bloody got a good imagination.
That's good.
Just a good kid.
Good on him. How old?
24.
Yeah, 24 in a truck like that. Just
Yeah, got
cruising
the world
down
at
the
his
highway.
feet. World at his feet.
Yep. Why not?
And
Good on
great.
him.
He was a funny guy. They're all funny guys.
Oh, they're great country
Yeah,
guys.
good.
You got to
fucking-
make your own fun.
Yeah, and geez, we made our own fun and got back to the hotel room and yeah, geez, well, fuck, it wasn't real flash the next day.
So so you didn't have a gig on the Monday night?
No,
That's
but I had to go
handy.
visit me auntie and uncle in bloody Bunbury or somewhere like that on the way back. I tell you what, I wasn't feeling like that. So sitting in the car, driving, and then get a text message from my auntie, Tom, so sorry, we've got COVID.
Oh,
God.
well, in a way, like, couldn't be fucked talking.
Oh, no, I couldn't have
Anyway.
been happier.
Yeah, that's
we were
right.
fucking high-fiving.
That's
and,
great.
I love my auntie and uncle, but jeepers, we were flat as a fucking witch's dick.
Yep.
Anyway, so big thanks to all the clubs that had me. Bloody, I don't Canning Vale, bloody, just,
You got the races at Canning Vale, don't they?
yeah, they do. I
It
think.
pops up on the tab.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
that I- Massive punter.
Yeah, Quarter, bloody Baldivis, fuck it, all of them.
All of them.
Swan Valley.
Great.
Just so many great clubs.
Good on you, mate.
Someone I heard a little story about, I won't say the club where I heard it from in case people want to investigate. Someone said, we're having a chat afterwards. I said, where's Tony? And that's a fake name. I said, oh, didn't you hear what happened to Tony? Tony was had a little bit of hobby farm. Tony was caught
Rooting a Shetland.
rooting chickens.
Chickens. Yeah, okay.
So a couple of people had suspected he'd been knocking off the poultry. And
feathers were hanging out his fucking zipper and shit.
Yeah, a couple of feathers and a few little beak bites on his knob end there, and when he was showering, and in the local KFC, it tasted like a farmer's jizz. So they thought something's not right here. So
Do you want the 3-piece feed? I reckon I'll pass.
yeah, I think this has got one too many secret ingredient. This one.
That is the one thing about country. Like sometimes you think, I wouldn't mind living in the country, and maybe sometimes, but then there's a lot of spare time there, and some of those thoughts creep in. You haven't seen a woman for a while. All of a sudden a chicken just presents.
Chicken couldn't be. Wouldn't be my animal of choice.
Yeah, I just think.
But they found it because they suspected it, and someone reported him. And while he was away, they went into his.
He's got chicken porn up.
Yeah.
He's got lift outs from the Steggles.
Yep.
Brochure.
He dresses up as the Colonel. He's a real sick individual.
He's got his chicken suit there.
Yeah.
It's just
He's just a crook.
How did they? What do you walk into? What did they walk into?
Well, I wasn't there, obviously. But how they found out?
No.
They tested the chickens and it had human semen.
Oh, Jesus. That's
That's rough. That's a rough day in the office. How was work today, Daryl? Babe, I don't want to talk about it.
yeah.
I scooped a man's jizz out of a chicken's
For sure.
anus. So
Jesus.
how about you just fucking pop the dinner on the table there? I'll grab a beer and
we're gonna have beef tonight.
let's just. Yeah. You got chicken? Have you? Well,
Chicken tonight? I don't
let's,
think chicken any night.
No, chicken. There's chicken every night for this bloke, and every morning.
Do you reckon? Oh, you go into does he get horny in a supermarket when he sees the roast chooks?
Yes.
He's sitting there like those firefighters who jerk off over. They start lighting fires and stuff.
No, I tell you what, to sort of go back to the scene of the crime.
Go back to the scene of the crime.
No, for him, it'd be like, I tell you what it'd be like. You know, in Amsterdam, where you go down that street, all the windows.
The red light district.
That's what that's what the rotisserie behind the glass at down your locals.
It's like the red light district at Coles. He's going in there late at night to get the $5 chickens.
Yeah, you go in there. Can I grab a roast, a barbecue chicken, thanks? And they'd get the tongs. Oh, not that fucking ugly one. I want to go
I want the one that's dripping.
I want the hottie on the left.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Sir,
the one with the long legs and the
the nice breast.
Yeah, that's
nice
the
breast.
one. Oh yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so
fucking shook,
that's pretty average stuff. But you know what they say, and a truer word has never been spoken. One of my favourite sayings, it's only kinky once.
Well, you got to try. It's like Freddie Mercury. He did everything. He wanted to do everything.
Yep.
He wanted to do women. He wanted to do men.
Yep.
You know, maybe Tony's just, I wanted to do everything. And there weren't many women. There weren't many men.
No.
But there was an overabundance of chickens.
Well, he wasn't, I don't want to give away the suburb, but he wasn't living in Iceland or anything. It's a reasonably built up suburb, so it's not like
he just had.
I think he's, they got apps and stuff these days where you can meet people. He just, the first time he did it, he would have thinking, oh fuck, this is probably not right. This is probably not the done thing. But once you've bloody ploughed 150 chickens, it's just another day
just like a day in the office
or a day in the chook pen.
Because sometimes you have a wank and you go, oh, I feel like a bit of an idiot. Fuck, she'd be a weird sort of, once you've come in a chicken, sort of, you go, you'd sort of be making your sandwich for lunch and go, oof, don't know if I'm telling anyone about that.
No, the way they sort of turn their head, they don't look you in the eye anyway. So you'd have trouble looking them in the eye after.
It would be tough, yeah.
Yeah, going up to them and I assume that, he's got to making eggs and stuff. And, go, Gretel, can I grab a couple of eggs? Go fuck yourself, Barry.
Fuck yourself, Tony. Yeah, not after what you did to Bob yesterday.
He did not appreciate that one iota.
He did not like it, mate.
No.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even know where a chicken's vagina was.
Who said it was a woman? Chicken.
I guess when you're that sick, it doesn't...
it doesn't matter. Any hole's a goal.
Yeah, in the chicken game. So, certainly something to think about. Anyway,
well, it's a good way to finish the episode.
Stories,
chicken fucking. I don't think we've ever gone there. That's a new.
What are you going to call this episode?
In Steggles?
Or the Colonel.
The Colonel, KFC.
Yeah.
Finger licking good.
Yeah, finger licking good.
We'll call it that. Finger licking good. Yeah.
That's a tough one. Like your family finding out about it. That's
like it's bad enough stashing pornos in your drawer when you did. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
It's breaking that news to people.
Yeah.
Oh, g'day. How's your son Rick going? Oh, he's doing a couple of years in the clink. Yeah. Oh, what'd he do? He was knocking off some chickens.
He said he loved animals.
Yeah, he
maybe
loves
a little
animals.
too much.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right. Well, that's a good way to end. I like that. It's something different. Different.
Yeah, it's something a little different. Not sure if it's right. Not sure if it's wrong, but it's probably wrong.
Yeah, it's not great.
Well, we'll find out in the court of law anyway.
We will. So, hey, thanks for tuning into the Good Banter podcast. Jump on the Instagram. Get on the Patreon. The Patreon is cooking. People are loving the interviews. There's Tommy Times. There's I've got Is This Something coming up from my gig down in Woodside. And
where he took it up the arse.
I did.
Yep.
I did. And I must admit, because we do talk about gigs and you've done it a couple of times.
You want to
put it on the Patreon?
Yeah, put it on the Patreon.
Yeah, we'll put it on the Patreon. Oh, we've got another one coming through.
We're doing Patreon. So
we'll do a Patreon.
We'll have to be quick.
Okay, all right. So, anyway, jump on the Patreon, get on the Instagram. That's another episode of Good Banter. Good Banter.
That's it. with them.